2 decades after surviving an unthinkable tragedy, Shasta Groene is sharing her story of resilience and healing. Coming up, how you can read her story.
You are a liar, a fraud, and a murderer.
This woman orchestrating 5 murders, what's being added on to her current 3 life terms in Idaho.
The sound of preserving history, the local group keeping the beat alive.
CBS 2 News starts now.
Good evening. 20 years ago, one of the most horrific crimes in state history gripping Idahoans.
8-year-old Shasta Groene, the sole survivor of a brutal attack on her family near Coeur d'Alene. A convicted rapist and killer kidnapping her and her 9-year-old brother Dylan, holding them captive for nearly 7 weeks after murdering their mom, her boyfriend, and their older brother. He killed Dylan, but someone recognized Shasta when he took her to the restaurant, telling police, and that saved Shasta's life. Her survival sparking national headlines, but leaving lasting scars. She's now a mother of 5, and Shasta Groene McLean is telling her story in full for the first time.
The new book, called Out of the Woods, written with author Greg Olson. It not only details the crime, but her years since of struggle, recovery, and resilience. Shasta speaks candidly about the trauma she endured and the following 2 decades of pain, addiction, and shame. It's a story of survival, strength, and hope. The book comes out on August 1st, but you can pre-order it now online. If you can, consider ordering through a locally owned shop.
Vallow Daybell getting 2 more life sentences, these in Arizona, for conspiring to murder her husband in 2019, Charles Vallow, who her brother killed, and her former nephew, Brandon Boudreaux, who's still alive. Charles's sister, Kay Woodcock, directing her impact statement at Lori.
How dare you desecrate the memory of Charles and your children the way you did their bodies? How dare you blame them for your crimes? We all know what happened, Lori. There is no denying it. May this sentence be as permanent as the graves you filled.
And these consecutive life sentences go after the one she's already serving in Idaho. So on paper, she's got 5 life sentences. And so the Idaho ones, the 3 she's got here, those are for conspiring to murder her 2 kids in 2019, JJ Vallow, Charles's son, and Tylee Ryan, as well as Tammy Daybell, the then wife of Lori's current husband, Chad Daybell. He's on death row for these same 3 murders. Phone scams growing more common again, getting more of those calls in the Treasure Valley, with the most recent caller claiming to be from the Ada County Sheriff's Office, even with their number, trying to convince you to pay fines to avoid arrest.
We know of many different scams, but there are even more out there because not everyone reports them. Law enforcement lists these 2 reasons. Many people just report the number as junk through their smartphone, and that's it. This makes it harder for proper authorities to identify new scams popping up. Also, embarrassment.
It can be tough for people to report these when they realize, like, oh, I just got duped, and how did I fall for this? But, you know, it does happen, and it happens to normal people all the time.
Ada County Sheriff Matt Clifford says no one should be embarrassed by this. Even the most technologically aware people can fall victim. Reporting gives the authorities like him more of a chance to get your money back and learn who's responsible. It also helps them let others know about this so they don't fall victim.
To report a scam, you can either call non-emergency at the numbers on your screen, 208-377-6790, or through the Idaho Department of Finance online scam report. You can also go to finance.idaho.gov for more information.
New this evening, the Education Department unfreezing more than $5 billion in education grants, ending a month of uncertainty.
A portion of those funds will now head to Idaho school districts, including migrant preschool programs that have helped the children of agriculture workers.
Danny Lopez and Paloma Almanza reports.
The White House has announced it will now release $5.5 billion in education funds that had been temporarily frozen. A relief for schools across the country, including migrant programs in Idaho that had been left in limbo.
Among the programs affected is La Adelita, a migrant seasonal head start in Caldwell, Idaho, a place where children of farm workers begin their first steps towards a brighter future.
Without these funds, we wouldn't receive the parent trainings that we're currently giving to parents. We're working and we wouldn't have a job. And our main goal is to help out families in the community.
Also impacted was Title IIIA funding for English learner services. For children still learning the language, these programs provide tools not just for academic success, but for connection, confidence, and belonging.
Esto les va a ayudar a ellos para cuando pasen a kinder o a la escuela grande a tal vez no sufrir como el bullying o una exclusión social por no saber este idioma, o que ellos no se sientan solos allá, que yo sé que mi hijo está tomando lo que es el idioma de acá, entonces él va a tener más oportunidades en la vida.
For programs like La Adelita in Caldwell, the uncertainty came at the worst possible time. Just weeks before school starts, with families and educators unsure whether vital services would continue.
Some people might think that we are just a daycare, and we're not. We're actually a migrant seasonal head start, and our main goal is just to prepare the children with the social skills that they will need, the basic skills that they will need to go into kindergarten. And so I think it's a great benefit for families and what we do to prepare the children for the public school system.
Educators say this is far more than a daycare. It's a launch pad, preparing young children with the social and learning skills they'll need to succeed in kindergarten and beyond.
No hay lugar donde nuestros niños pueden estar más seguros, mejor cuidados y donde nos puedan brindar oportunidades, porque la educación es un derecho inherente para el ser humano. Entonces, tenemos derecho, nuestros niños tienen derecho a la educación desde temprana edad, para que ellos se puedan preparar.
Now that the funding is being released, programs like La Adelita can begin to breathe a little easier. But the last-minute nature of the decision has left many families worried about the future instability and whether support for migrant education will stay strong.
Es muy importante, es vital este programa para todos nosotros.
For many of these agricultural families, these programs are vital for the support and the benefits they need to support their kids.
For more information on this issue, go on over to idahonews.com. In Caldwell, I'm Paloma Almanza.
And Danny Lopez reporting.
Idaho is celebrating the 35th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, putting on a display of unity hundreds strong.
Joel Haroma is here to show you how they're raising awareness for accessibility statewide.
Today at Cecil Andrews Park in Boise, folks physically joined together in an event called Hands Around the Capitol. This is done as a display of unity to raise awareness for people with disabilities, both visible and invisible, as well as celebrate the 35th anniversary of the passage of the American Disabilities Act. The American Disabilities Act provides protections to people with disabilities, from making sure they're not discriminated against to making public amenities accessible to all.
Today is a celebration of that ongoing work and of the pride we carry in who we are and the progress we've made.
Boise City Council member Lucy Willits gave a proclamation from Mayor McLean.
Whereas the City of Boise is committed to going beyond compliance to create a community where all individuals can fully participate in economic, political, and civic life, including access to parks, trails, and public spaces.
The namesake of the event is to circle the Capitol for a physical display of unity. Everyone in attendance grabbing a red, white, and blue ribbon and wrapping themselves around the whole block. The event further consisted of dancers and musical performances from those within the community. To learn more about this event and others like it from the Idaho Access Project, you can visit idahoaccessproject.org. In studio, I'm Joel Haroma reporting.
Public lands in Idaho should remain public and be protected. That's what most Idahoans think. 96% of 1,000 people polled, and that includes 95% of Republicans and 97% of Democrats. Conservation voters for Idaho commissioning the poll after Utah Senator Mike Lee's proposal to sell more than 3 million acres of western public lands. Idaho Senators Jim Risch and Mike Crapo opposed the proposal, and afterward, favorability for Risch jumping 10%. The proposal not making it into the final law.
West Nile virus now in both Ada and Canyon counties. Mosquitoes in Boise and Meridian found with the virus, and just about 10 days ago, Caldwell. The first find of the season for both areas. To keep yourself safe, get rid of and avoid any standing water. Wear long sleeves and pants when you'll be in an area with them, and use EPA registered insect repellent.